We're doing great. Almost too great right now. There's usually a problem or two behind greatness.
The plan is simple. Become the first to drive Argentina to Alaska in a Tuk Tuk. I'm Ryan, an ambitious Australian looking for some adventure. It's been a year now since adopting Patty as a first-time dog owner, and so far, we've tackled buying a marketplace bucket of bolts in Bolivia, faced a multi-day border blockade, endured emergency highway protests in North Argentina, and got split up from each other after Chile denied my dog's entry. In this episode, we take a small detour west to visit a famous lake here in Argentina after so many locals recommended it, and we get amongst the culture of the region. It's a slightly more chilled day on the road, but nonetheless, we're still overlanding a Tuk Tuk. This is the three-wheel dream.
It would be maybe nice to stay an extra day to get some editing done. I don't know what I'm gonna do, we'll figure it out. So just check out this wind, eh? I won't stay out here for long. I was gonna go to the butcher and apply some meat and cook it just out here, basically, on the little gas stove that I got, but I know the flames will be doing these ones, so we're just gonna go treat ourselves one more night to a little cheeky restaurant feed. So it's saying restaurant, grill, Los Carreros. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Looks pretty chill. No one in here. It's got the news on. Finding out what's actually happened in the country is usually when I'm in a restaurant, and which is very rare, but it's cool nonetheless. ¿El lomo es un lomo sándwich así? ¿O el lomo...?
Eso es carne, sí.
Entiendo. Ok, perfecto. ¿Te pide un milanesa napolitana, por favor?
No.
Perfecto.
Esa es que trae jamón y queso arriba.
Perfecto. So this is like a classic dish. I guess we call it like just a chicken schnitzel, but I think it's kind of that. It's like a beef schnitzel, ham, tomato cheese, chips. I'm gonna hook it in. Chips first, eh? So that's how we're looking. And it's good. All up for the plate of food and the bottle of Coke we got. It's about 12 USD. So it's good to treat ourselves every now and then as well. Thank you. Gracias. I didn't know I spoke in English. Yeah, that was really nice. Nonetheless though, I gave the tip and she asked me if I'm sure. It happened at the last place I was at as well. Argentina's getting so expensive with inflation and everything. People are becoming surprised at people leaving a tip. So, I don't know, I'm just helping out, supporting the locals, but nice sunset afternoon. Gonna get into a little bit more editing and then have a good night rest. So that's us heading out of Rio Macho. Sending it on out. Patty's squirming about in the back. It's usually like that the first few minutes. A few hitchhikers and that. Todo bien, amigo? En route south once again. Flat as it gets. There's supposed to be some scenery out ahead of us, but see ya. It'll be a day of driving at least. Probably more of this. No wind. That's unusual. Just stopped and just realized, so that's quite nice. Got to get fuel in. Got bread that we picked up. Gonna hook into a bit of brekkie. I got some peanuts as well. Been a minute since I've seen shelled peanuts. Bag of these was $2 US, and the bread $1 for 2 baguettes. So pretty good. Paddy out on the trot. It's a bit chilly when we're driving, so I'm gonna put the jackets on before we get going. Patty, en la carretera. Hey, off the highway. Good girl, good girl. Okay, come on, side, free. Look how much space you got. Go, eso. You're doing really good. Thanks for putting up with this Tuk Tuk madness, cutie. Patty. Fuel canister's full, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Don't over full. Not bad. Not bad. The way the fuel just flows out of this thing. Oh, that's the first of many. We're going through a lot more fuel than I thought we would. Our fuel consumption's about double what it should be. So yeah, maybe I've got the settings, the carburetor cooked, so. Lift. There you go, off to the races now. There you go. Yep, and after a cheeky fix, I think that's running at least slower than it was. So hopefully with that change, we have a lot less of a fuel consumption. Soy de Australia. Sí. Y adopté una perrita y compré eso en Bolivia y estamos viajando a Ushuaia.
¡Qué lindo!
Allá es ahí.
¿Y el clima cómo nos trata?
¿Acá?
No, en el viaje, general.
Ah, bien.
¿Sí?
Sí. Disfrutando.
¿Y con quién viaja?
Con la perrita, nada más.
Freeze frame. This has become such a lifestyle for Patty and I, it's almost normal. But during the edit and watching this clip back, I couldn't help laugh at how these two looked at each other.
Pero por eso durmiendo adentro, eso es un poco como protectora, ¿viste?
Claro, sí, más vale, cuida su territorio.
Sí. Ah, cereza, ¿es rojo?
Sí, es rojo.
Ah, buenísimo.
Bueno, y estás en la época justa. Recién en esta semana ya empezaron la producción, ya sale.
Wow.
Así que podés ir a comprar cereza, frutilla.
Perfecto.
Sí.
Buenísimo.
Buen viaje.
Gracias. So we just pulled up, and these legends were like, "Yo, we gotta take a photo." I saw this sign, and it really caught me off guard as like some way to better explain it. Got the word Santa Cruz. It's the province we just entered, and anywhere that says 40, like this line here, that's the route that we've been on. El Chalten, that's like huge on my list, and then El Calafate here. These are all like just the mountain Andes range here. Route 40 goes all the way to the bottom. This is the border with Chile, and then from here we need to get on a little ferry, and Ushuaia is down here. So this is the last big town in which we need to maybe sort some documents for Patty to cross to Chile once again. Hopefully we're all sweet, but then we'll go to Ushuaia down here to officially start, and then we'd have to come back, and then we're gonna just ride the coastal line of Argentina. Putting it in perspective like this, it's kind of wild, and I don't know how much of a good example this is, but I think it's better than nothing, and it's cool. I don't always love to just like throw an animated map at you guys and try to have you understand it, so going like this is pretty chill. A lot of people are saying vale la pena, vale la pena, vale la pena for going through Los Antiguos, which is this one up there. So if we're on the red dot, this is Los Antiguos.
we would be going right to the border with Chile. We won't cross it, but apparently this mountain range and lake is just real worth the drive. So as much as it would take a whole day, like there and back in the Tuk Tuk, I want to go to the Office of Tourism first to see if it's actually worth it. Like if Paddy can't do much, then and we can't do much together, then it might not be worth it. But we'll figure it out. G'day, boss. Argentina's really turning out to be something. Hey, Pati. Hey, Pati. Yeah. Just pulling in to get fuel, so we're fueled up and ready to go. And the price of fuel's coming down. It's 40 cents a litre. ¿Cómo estás? Good, relax, Pati. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Y Los Antiguos vale la pena?
Sí.
¿Sí? Perfecto.
¿De dónde venís?
Soy de Australia.
Bolivia era que estaba
Sí.
por el barro. ¿Te
Sí.
acordás? Sí.
Ciao. They he's like, yo, I saw that video of you when you got in Bolivia. So like, we're getting more well known as we continue traveling. Got the tank full. I got 23 liters there and 10 liters there. So we've got 40 liters of fuel, and the price of fuel's 40 cents a liter. What are you doing, eh? What are you up to, eh? Shooting. Alright, we'll get going. We'll go to Los Antiguos. She said it's worth it, so it's worth it. Let's get it. So, this is what overlanders do, eh? They legally can pull up at gas stations, in Argentina at least, and just camp for as long as they want. So, as much as we're slow traveling, we're in a rush mode, but we've still got to make time for enjoying the sights. I didn't realize it was so far out of the way, but it's part of it. Vamos, Pati.
Solo y qué distinto.
La ciudad sin ti. That was a weird sign, man. Argentina, you're really showing off now. I cannot believe that. We're like still a fair way out from arriving at the town itself, where the view starts.
¿Hasta dónde vas? ¿A Los Antiguos?
Sí, ¿vale la pena?
Sí.
Buenísimo.
Suerte, buen viaje.
Cuídate, ¿sí?
Estés bien.
This music, eh? It's absolutely blowing my mind. It's this Argentinian guy from way back. I can't play too much because it'll copyright it, but hang on. That'll already be too much. But I want to get his name right. If you guys are into Spanish music, Luciano Pereira. Butchering that as well, even reading it. But I'll throw up his album on the screen. That's such a classic, such a classic. I don't know, something about Argentinian music while I'm in Argentina, visiting beautiful places, has my heart, but just an absolute vibe.
Como viene la vida, no le encuentro salida, siento tu calor, alucinado con tu pensamiento.
Well, there's no lake visit without a lake swim. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Just turning off. We're gonna do it. Boy, that's some cracks and crevices. We're gonna do it sensibly. Shoot. There we go. Got over the pump. Oh my goodness! Vale la pena, I freaking hope so. That was rough. Shoot, now we're in the sand. Let's park it up in a place. Stop the vehicle. Stop the vehicle. There we go. A sensible spot. The first opportunity we have to swim, and we're swimming. I'll let you out, Paddy. You're looking at me like, come on, buddy. We're a team on this. Why are you not getting me out? All right. Break. Oh, yes. Look at that, Paddy. Look at that. I really don't think there's a better way to use the time while letting the engine cool after quite a big send of a morning on the road than lake swimming. Oh, you didn't like that, eh? She always does this. She always does this. I haven't got in yet. I'm just observing Patty. I tell her to come, and then when she gets close to the water, she's like, nope. And she gets in the tuk-tuk. Check this out. And we're just gonna have a quick dunk, eh? Woo! Slippery. Woo! Is that the first Patagonia lake swim on here? I'm gonna have a proper paddle. Patty's still in a tuk-tuk. That was refreshing. That was incredible. Almost like the perfect temperature. Because sometimes it's just like brutally cold. Patty, what you up to? Why are you in the tuk-tuk? You're like, I am not swimming. I am protecting. Thanks for that, Patty. Break. Break. There you go. Yeah. Got a bit worried for a sec. I'm all wet.
La noche del silencio tende a llorar porque saben que esto simple ya pronto va a
Well, it wasn't pretty and it required my full concentration. But we got out of there. Let's see what other mischief we get up to, buddy. What a spot, Argentina. That was a lot, that back there was a lot more of a sensible entrance onto the lake, but oh well, we were keen. I had to stop off. This is the region, and we're currently in the season. Even just a handful, like old mate's got, that'll be a good time. It's quite a fortified police stop. I don't want to chuck my hand out the door, but hazard lights goes a long way. ¿Cómo estás, amigo? He's just gonna take the details. Soy de Australia. And just look at this on my right hand. See that back there? That was a sign for a hostel, but they make the signs out of old signal dishes. So like the things that sit on top of your roof to get TV service and connection. So there's plenty of hostels and things. That's one, that's hospedaje. So that's hospedaje is usually like the cheapest. That and a hostel. And hosteria means quite expensive usually. So there's the difference. And that's a camp spot back there on our right. A few people camping, motorbikes and things. Interesting place that. They call themselves the Garden of Eden back there with organic beers. So we're gonna go check out what behind me is the fanciest tourist information spot I've ever seen. So we've made it. and more cherries. Kind of the town's lined with them. I read on the sign back there, cerveza orgánica, but I read it wrong. It's actually cereza, which is the word for cherry. So they've got organic cherries, not organic beer. I've been just seeing the word cerveza so much.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien. ¿Puedo sacar una foto?
Claro que sí.
Adelante.
Ok.
Bienvenido.
Gracias. ¿Está bien? Estoy grabando un poquito.
Sí, está bien.
Ok. Llegué con el vehículo y tengo la perita. ¿Y recomiendas algo que puedo hacer?
Sí. Ahora un segundo. Con mapa.
Perfecto.
Visita guiada dentro de lo que es la chacra. Y puedes caminar adentro de la chacra. Aparte de estas chacras turísticas, en este momento hay otras chacras que están ofreciendo cerezas y frutillas.
Ah, ¿sí?
Porque estamos en época. Está muy bueno. Hasta la calle Tehuelche.
Sí.
Y ahí vas a ver un lugar, dice Macato, bien.
Ok, perfecto. Buenísimo, gracias por todo. Chao, chao. Look at that, Patty. It looks like we're gonna stay here tonight. So, I don't know. I think there's not a crazy difference between the camping and like a private room. So for $7-8 US, a private room's gonna be good. We're gonna go hiking and we're gonna go to one of these cherry farms. So that should be a good time. But first we'll just leave our stuff. That's the hostel sign. Let's see how we go.
Ahora tengo que cambiar, ahí vas a estar viendo tu vehículo.
Ah, mira, perfecto.
Es el baño de los hombres. Puedes cocinar,
Oh, buenísimo.
hay que dar té, azúcar.
Perfecto. Well, that's us for the night. So $9 USD, not bad considering dinner last night was 12. So that's why I can justify it. I've got the blankets and everything. We're going in. Relax. All comfy, aren't you, Patty? I'm just checking it out. So, yeah. Town's really safe, comfortable, nice little bed for the night. And we can see the Tuk Tuk. It is an absolute gorgeous hostel. And she's even left me dangerously with these cherries. So, how good do they look? I'm gonna have to try a couple before we go to a potential farm. I don't know exactly. When in Rome, right? Look at that, eh? This is potentially my first ever cherry in life, I'm just realizing. So that's what a cherry is. Had to come to the place known for cherries to try cherries. How good's this? Working. I'm just laughing because I'm just getting more comfortable in this lifestyle. I just realized how fortunate, grateful to be living this life, and you guys on YouTube help me out to like live that just by like watching and sharing and commenting. It literally helps so much financially, especially down here, to live that more freely and to just be like, oh, I'd like a hostel tonight. So thanks, guys. So we're leaving Tory and we're going to walk up mountain that way. I can't see any mountain yet, so I don't know exactly what we're doing or where we're going. Apparently it's got an overview of the whole town. Good, Matty. Relax. Also, I had this comment the other day saying Latin American bricks are more holes than cement, and I love that. I love that take on Latin American bricks. We took the 5-meter rope out so that Paddy can be on leash but more free. What do you think? So that's where we're going. Nice little moat around, that's the police building. And the stairs kind of just start there to go to what we got told was an Indian statue. I'm really just going with it. Nothing's surprising me anymore here. Good girl, buddy. You good? It's been a long time since you've been nervous on stairs. But yeah, there's a lot of stairs, I guess, buddy. You can be nervous if you'd like. That looks like a hotel. Pretty bright color. But hey, it's pretty windy. Not gonna film much. I guess that's where we're going now. The other lookout sits up there, but apparently this is the most well-known one. Come on, buddy. Look at that. That's the lake, all out there, and you can see what they call the cordilleras, the mountain range. And I guess 3 kilometers that way is literally the Chilean border. We're really so close to it. Isn't that wild? The lake's huge though, goes all the way around. I love this. There's a car down there at a stoplight playing reggaeton. Probably the camera might not be able to pick it up, but I can definitely hear it. I love this part of the world. It's so entertaining. Good girl, Pati. Good free. No one's around, so we're just letting her off leash a bit. Enjoy the freedom. Perdón, ¿cómo llegamos al mirador?
Tienes que dar la vuelta toda la subida.
Sí.
En la subida y te lleva el caminito para pegar la vuelta para atrás.
Entiendo. Ok, perfecto. Gracias, chao. Who's the most happy? You're the most happy. Look at her, guys. Sometimes it just dawns on me the life that we're lucky enough to give this beautiful being, and I'm so happy for it. Have the best time, Pati. Wherever you go, I'll be. So we're just about to head up. Oh, she's found it. I saw the bunny, she didn't. Lucky. Oh, there it is. You see that? Anyway, we're about to just shoot up this little path. The view's gonna be stunning. You can already see the view from here on my left. And what I thought was houses on my right is actually all a cemetery. So, yeah. It's a good thing Patty didn't see the bunny. I've had to chase after her with a rogue bunny before, haven't we? There we have it, hey? That's translation for the valley lookout, more or less, of the antiques. Antiguos? Yeah, I reckon I'm pretty spot on with that. But just check this out. It's like the bluest lake I've ever seen in my entire life. Mate, we are kind of getting blown away. One sec. I think that's what this is for. To get out of the wind a bit, they chuck you in this sealed thing, more or less sealed. What a stunning spot, hey? What a stunning spot. And those mountains out there are absolutely wild. The wind is whipping through here, eh? It's kind of coming through this door behind me, through to the next. Saw a water tank tower over here I want to check out. It's got a door open and some nice graffiti. That's cool. So I'm not sure, obviously, if the town paid for this to get done or if it's proper graffiti, but it's pretty talented nonetheless.
Whoa. We gotta go in, eh? That's creepy right there.
Yeah, and it's bouncy. Patty can feel it too, I think.
The floor's very bouncy. And it's noisy.
But look at that.
And then there's like paint buckets saying peace, love, freedom, respeto, respect. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. Ooh, that right there is like the weakest bit of floor. Someone in the comments is probably gonna tell me I could have fallen through this thing. It's okay, buddy. Alright, never mind. There's nothing underneath it. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, let me close out this day. It's been epic. I'm gonna get back and have a feed, do a little cook up in this kitchen that we got. What a send that is. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, Patty's a little nervous, so we're gonna get her home. How good was this day? Such a day.